So this is the
Can't fuck with him on the real, so I tell him, yeah, bitch, better have my money. I know where the place that you live, so I'm gonna come get it, yeah. If it's dark or sunny, I don't really like to play games, motherfucker. 100, I keep it if I say I want it. I'ma get what you want me by my lonely up, yeah, bitch, better have my money. I don't need a squad to feel tough, I don't need a bunch of homies in the cut. I do what I want. If you messing around with some money that you owe me, I'ma come and fuck you up. I don't think it really will even get to that point, cause when you look in my eyes, you can see that I'm not a liar. This life I'm living be turning them sheep aside from the line. So if you see how I move, then you know that I'm not a child. I'm keeping mild, cause I could be reviling if I want, but I'd rather keep it quiet cause I'm smart. Fire for the charts. You be only fly when nobody's looking, my homie. You a pilot in the dark. I'm a giant, I'm a hawk. I can tell you from a mile that you talk. You ain't really be supplying what you bark. Lying when you walk. I don't got the ego you have, and that's probably cause I lived the life I say it's false. That be something new to you, thugging up in
So
the
I
studio.
went
But anytime it happens, you nothing without the fruity loose.
Sephora and did not get any treatment. There were like 3 people there. I mean, there was a crowd. There was a girl with a stroller and then another girl, and they were basically telling them what they were out of and everything. And so I walked up once I found it and started swatching, and then once I walked up, all the customer service people went away. I'm like, okay, cool, because I like to look on my own. I like to look on cool. But then when I wanted to get color matched, I keep looking up. Ain't no salespeople nowhere. Sales girls gone, disappeared. Okay, that's cool. But then I look over and another person who was, I will say, person walks up and she runs over to her. Like, okay, so I was soured on my local Sephora. So I said, and I came online and I saw a lot of people said they had the same experiences, white, Asian, black, beat face, just from the gym. Sephora got issues. So I was like, I'm not giving my money to Sephora. I'm not giving it to my local mall, even though I shop local businesses. No. So I said, I'm going to go online. I put the order online. Something happened with the email. I was never called. I never got a confirmation. I got the confirmation that I placed my order, but they kept saying there was supposed to be another step. I didn't get that email. I woke up to them saying that my order had been canceled. So I waited for the money to come back on my account, waited. I was like, is there a reason I'm not supposed to? I don't know. Lord, tell me what's up. I need to get my Fenty from Rihanna. And I waited, and her birthday came. And I know it's not anything different. It's the Dirty 30 kilowatt highlighter, but it's got the triple X's inside for her birthday. When you do order online, you get treats like this. So sign up for the email list so you can find out about things like this. You can find out about release shades. If you order online, you can get a mini lippy and a mini kilowatt highlighter. This is Hustler Baby and Bomb Baby. So you get their minis, but you don't have to pay the $34 for each one of them. So, or $24 for the lip gloss and $34 for the highlighter. So I got that. And then I've got the Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. I got the colors 350 and 330 because I was kind of sure about my shade, but I also wasn't sure since I was not going back to the store to get matched. And even inside of the box, they even, and then on the website, you can custom match your own 3. I started this whole process back January, the week of January 1st. I started this whole process, and I also got the Pro Matte filter, and I'm just now getting it. So now that I've got it and unboxed it, now I'm going to go swatch and play because I'm so tired of this reddish, ashy colored makeup that I keep spending the same amount of money for year after year. I'm ready to get with the real girl. Oh, girl. And y'all know I stand for Rihanna. I love her. I love her spirit. I love her philanthropist attitude. I love her I don't give a shit attitude. Everything. Potheads unite. Like, she's the main bitch for me. So, yeah. So I'm going to go play. So this is finished result. Yesterday, I'm going to try and put my Snapchat video up because I kind of did a whole one with the contour sticks and I did the highlights in the different areas just so I could kind of play with it all. But I ended up using 330. That was the perfect color. The 350 is kind of me when I'm like tan in the summer and I'm outside a lot. Then I would probably use that one or maybe mix it to, but they both were decent, but the 330 really lined up. And I have a lot of like texture to my face. I've got, you know, scarring from waxing gone wrong, and I've got the hyperpigmentation. So yesterday I did more color correcting. Today I did a little bit of color correcting because I'm just going to run a few errands. I'm not like running around. And I put the highlighters in different spots. So that's why my eyes are a little bit more glittery today. But I love it, like putting all the different colors on, and then the foundation is ashy, and then the powder provided a brown, but it's not. It looks brown and light brown, but once I put it on, it's like a red. So you can see a demarcation on my neck of red powder, of a reddish tinge that would come down my neck. Now I don't have to use the powder, but I took took it down the throat, and you can. It doesn't make a demarcation. It's not even a line. It's not a bunch of puff marks. It's just there. That's what and my fiance is like, why do you need this different makeup? I'm not going to dish you on what you want to buy, but I just want to know what's the difference. So I kept trying to explain undertones, and he's like, that's totally over his head. So, but that's what makes the difference. Like, I put the foundation on and I just had it on, and I could tell a difference in just putting that on before layering it, before contouring, before concealing. It's there, but it's not, and the color is awesome. Like, you can't fault her makeup line for that. Anybody like that's. And remember, this is for oily skin. I also have oily skin. Now, I have dry patches that get dry, and like sometimes if I get a pimple or something, that will end up getting dry and flaky. But I don't have dry skin. I have oily skin and I sweat. So this is perfect for me. The other makeup, it would still feel like wet, like all day. If I touched people talk about kid fingerprints. I'm the one leaving fingerprints all over the house because my makeup is transferring to everything. So it's not wet feeling. I don't feel wetness. But yeah, I'm just super excited. It's not about bandwagon. It's not about anything, like, well worth the money to get a color that matches your face. And when you go out, you don't feel self-conscious about it. You don't feel like it's not giving you the coverage. Like, I don't feel like people are still seeing through to the color correcting, because, you know, you color correct on the other stuff and the foundation still doesn't really cover it. Or I feel like people can see the demarcations on my face of where I've put stuff, no matter how much blending, because the colors don't match up. They don't jive together. My fiance even said, I didn't want to tell you, but some of the stuff looked a little, what do you say? Too light. And I'm like, that was the ashy ones. So it's either ashy or I get ones that are brown, but they have that red tinge. And I would go out of the house and I look and I'm like, now why does it look like I've been playing in red dust, like the red sand? I've been putting it on my face instead of the makeup, but that's not even the color that the makeup was in the bottle. So kudos to Rihanna for thinking not even outside the box, inside the box, because makeup companies have been talking about undertones forever. It's in every booklet, it's in every tutorial, they have always been talking about undertones. But then when they make the makeup, there's no undertone consideration given. So thank you to Rihanna for taking some consideration. That's her song, Consideration, and that's one of my favorite songs by her. SZA wrote it, but it's a mashup. It's a good mashup for them. For taking the consideration to put that first in the product where undertone really matters. Like, that was common sense. And that's my girl. And I love all the colors. The lip balm, it's a perfect color. And like I said, I try to stay hydrated, but I still get crusty lips sometimes. This is very hydrating for my lips. And I also noticed when I took the makeup off last night, I'm sorry, I'm looking up, there's activity outside the window, so I'm nosy, which I don't want out there. My skin felt softer when I was taking it off. And I also, like I said, I've got the primer too. The primer really sets it. Like I said, I've got so much texture to my face. I appreciate her giving the primer that kind of smooths it out a little bit. And when I took the makeup off, my skin was still softer. So, yeah. And I'm allergic to a lot of things. That's the other thing I wanted to mention. I'm allergic to so many things. I'm allergic to sunblock. I'm allergic to a couple of fruits. And while this foundation, if you look on the website, you can read the ingredients for everything. So that's what I had to do. I also had to read the ingredients to everything. And when I was at Sephora, I swatched the matchsticks, but I didn't do the foundation because I was so flustered by the fact that the girls wouldn't come over and help me get my color match. So I didn't even want to bother with it. I was just like, you know what? This ain't where I want to spend my money. So I left. So I ended up being on the website. I was able to look at everything. So I didn't swatch those. So I was kind of concerned that I would be allergic. But when I looked at the list, there was nothing. Because it's for oily skin, and probably Rihanna doesn't, I don't know, she doesn't believe in sunblock because she's like a tanner, like some people, and even some people said, sunblock is not necessary. And obviously I can't use it because I'm allergic. So, there is papaya and pineapple. Those were the two fruits that were in there, and that's probably why it smells sweet. That's probably why it's juicy for the skin. But I'm not allergic to it, so it's awesome because that's what I look at foundations out on the shelves. Then I have to read, does it have sunblock in it? And a lot of them I just have to say no to because I can't use it based on the color or what the ingredients. So I'm so happy. I'm satisfied when I put on my makeup. There's not still that, it still isn't working, but I have to be satisfied with what I got. So let me just go out with it. And like I said, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not a makeup guru, so there won't be a tutorial on how to use it. I was watching other people. Before I got it, I was watching people put it on. And even while I put it on, sometimes I watch just to see what other people are doing, to see if, I can change up my look a little bit. Like I said, I did the contouring yesterday with my contour stick because I have suede, which is the lightest shade that I can contour with. But like I said, I don't know if, I think it makes kind of a difference, but I don't know if this camera or my phone camera. Neither one of them have good quality and to show you the coloring, but I don't know if my face looks thinner because I did contour. I did a little bit on my nose today, but not a lot, so it's not necessary for me. Like I said, I've never been full beach face. It's just like, and this is all extra new. Because usually, I just wear eyeliner. I won't wear any eyeshadow. But I wanted to see how Yacht Life looked on my eyes with the Hustler Baby and the transition color from the eyeshadow compact that I have. So, yeah. I'm so satisfied. Like, I wish I could really just show you guys that this, and you can probably hear it, that this is, there's no slide down. It's not like a big puff of color on the wrong side of my chin and my neck. But I guess you can get it. But when you try it out for yourself, you'll see that the colors are amazing. So I'm satisfied. So today I'm wearing my Rihanna face. I got on my Rihanna perfume from the new collection. So I'm happy. I'm happy. All right, let me go out and do what I got to do, and then I'll be back home. All right, later, gypsies. My order. After messing with bitchy sales girls at Sephora and messed up online ordering systems, I finally called it in. In the windows, my phone camera doesn't do it justice, but this makeup, yeah, it's so worth it. The coloring and the finish. I haven't seen makeup do this long. Like, it's so worth it. No matter what telling you what, it's worth it, especially when you want to get rid of ashy makeup or too red makeup.